There are the Vancouver fans. And now look at the officials working this fourth game of the Stanley Cup Final. Wally Harris, the referee, his 15th year as an NHL referee. John D'Amico, a linesman, is working in his 19th year. And the other linesman you see in the picture there is Jerry Gauthier, who's in his 11th year as an NHL linesman. Billy Smith, and has he been great in the playoffs? He's already won 14 games, which equals the Stanley Cup record for a single season. And Richard Brodeur, who's been the big story with the Vancouver Canucks, the main reason they've made it to the Stanley Cup Final. His average in this series, nothing like it's been through the playoffs, though. Coming into the game tonight, his playoff average is 2.68. The Canucks in the home yellow with black and red. The Islanders in the blue uniform trimmed in orange and white as Brodeur tried to center the puck. Williams going in after it. Battle for the puck along the boards in the Islander zone. Potvin battling with Moline. Tiger Williams gets the puck to the point. Lars Lindgren shot. Moline just failed to tip it in front. Williams centering it. Brodeur from the boards. Walked by Morrow. Puck centered, went off of Potvin. Lars Moline centering it. Williams couldn't get his stick on it. Moline battling with Trottier. Still in the Islander zone. Smith covers it up to stop the play. Gary?
Well, that's exactly the type of start that the Vancouver Canucks need. One thing, they have to have a little confidence in themselves, and by forcing the action with Tiger Williams and company, they've established the fact that, look, we're going to be in this game right from the opening faceoff.
I think the amazing part of it is that Tiger Williams is playing center against Trottier, and I'll tell you, the two of them went at each other pretty doggone good in the corner and right from the faceoff. Tremendous pressure by Vancouver, and Gary, as you said, if they're going to get anywhere tonight, they particularly need that first goal. They have to apply the pressure. They have to keep the Islanders in their own zone as long as possible, and that, gentlemen, at times is a very, very tough job.
Now, one thing with Trottier taking a lot of face-offs, as he did the last game, especially in the third period, took every one of them, gives the Islanders immediate control in their own zone, which is so very important.
This face-off between Trottier and Holinka. Vancouver started with a line of Williams, Brodeur, and Moline, which hasn't played together in the series. Smith at the left point. Billy Smith controlling it back of the net. Field goes in to throw a check. Quick break, centering the puck. A weak shot is stopped. Trottier. Brought in by Brent Sutter. Moving it on Smith. He's picking up. Gilly throws a check on Howard. Stan Smith took a bump on the boards. A shot by Potvin. Blocked in front. Brent Sutter shoots. Smith blocked. Holinka goes to the puck. Holinka, Fraser, and Smith coming out. Fraser brings it in. Smith shoots. Smith save on Stan Smith. Howard kept it in. Ken Morrow controls for the Islanders. A minute and 20 seconds gone. First period, no score. Morrow shoots. Brodeur makes his first save. Doug Howard with the puck. Kurt Fraser. His pass picked off by Trottier. Slowed up by Smith. Howard and Trottier going after the puck. Howard put it off the boards. Bounces in front. Controlled by Ivan Boldurev. To Jim Nill. Coming in on Langevin and Pearson. Nill decked by Langevin after the save was made by Smith. Colin Campbell shot wide of the net. Langevin to Bourne. Tipped away. Jim Nill. Smith made the save. Bodies flying all over the place as Nill collided with Stephen Pearson. Frantic start to Game 4 in the Stanley Cup Final. And Vancouver wants to keep it alive. Boldurev to Rhoda to Lindgren. Stephen Pearson checking Lindgren. Mike Bossy gets the puck to Bob Bourne. This is Butch Goring in on Campbell. Goring making moves. Puck swept away by Ron Delore. Campbell's going to get a penalty for hauling down Butch Goring. Colin Campbell will go to the penalty box.
Well, the very frustrating part about this play is that Goring was by himself. The Canucks had three players back. Campbell ends up with a hooking penalty. So, a power play, and we know how devastating the Islanders can be via the power play.
In this series, they have 6 power play goals in 14 opportunities. No score. 2:29, the time of Campbell's penalty. Center's waved out, so Tonelli and Moline will face off. Tonelli won the draw. Potvin for Bob Nystrom. Passed by Lars Lindgren. Nystrom passed along the boards. Tonelli controlling the puck. Nystrom and Lindgren battling for it. Goring with the puck. Got it to the line and out. Picked up by Jerry Minor. Minor ragging the puck. Takes it in. Turned around. Butch Goring takes over. The Islander power play. Goring, Stanley, Nystrom. And on the point, they have McEwen and Putman, and here they come. Butch Goring with the puck. Tipped off Lindgren. Stanley working to get to that puck. Butch Goring out of the corner. Putman. Shot. Brodeur makes the stop. Jerry Minor trying to clear the puck. Having difficulty. Can't get it out. Putman to McEwen. He shoots. Stopped by Brodeur. Minor, Moline, Smith, and Lindgren are killing the penalty.
Now Brodeur has to come up with another great performance like he did the last game, and he's right on target. 2 key saves in his power play.
Well, today, Steps and Lindgren certainly have cleared the alley in front of the goal so he can see the shot.
Mike Bossy, always dangerous. 15 goals in the playoffs. Bossy into the slot. Shot deflects wide. Chutney from the corner. 36 seconds left in Campbell's penalty. Pearson hauled the puck outside the line. It's offside.
Now, what's very evident, Howie, is that the Islanders are not getting the chance to really set up and the time to make that good shot. The Canucks are all over them, forcing a shot in some areas where probably would never score.
Well, certainly Potvin and Bossy are trying to work that 2-on-1 play to nil, but what's happened is Gradine's coming across in front and picking off Bossy. Here's in front of the play in front of the net, and it's one of the reasons why Brodeur has made 3 pretty good saves on shots from well out. If he can see it, normally he will stop.
We played 3 minutes, 55 seconds in the first period, no score. Islanders 1 win away from a Stanley Cup. Still on a power play for another 34 seconds. The time left in Campbell's hooking penalty.
That's why you'll see Sneps out there a lot in a penalty-killing role. When you have the likes of Gillies out there, you need somebody big and strong like Sneps to clear the front of that net. He did it very effectively against Trottier.
Sneps has had a great playoff for the Vancouver Canucks. Going to that puck in the Vancouver zone. Bossy racing after it. Smith puts it on the board. Brodeur couldn't pick it up. Stephen Pearson from the point. Brodeur checking. Pearson to Gillies. Trottier to Potvin. His pass intercepted by Thomas Brodeur, who clears it out. 10 seconds left in Campbell's penalty. Potvin back for the puck, the captain of the Islanders. He has 120 points in his playoff career. This is Barry Trottier. Just the far corner. Trottier was in the clear. Campbell's back on the ice. Trottier just missed a great chance. Good pass to Potvin. The shot blocked in front. Campbell coming out with Lindgren. Campbell taken out by Stephen Pearson. Lindgren in after the puck. Trottier with a great chance breaking it off the left board. Stays real. Way off the target as he hurried his shot and missed the net.
In that partial breakaway by Trottier, Brodeur gave him the glove side, gave him quite a bit of room there, and then just tuck it away. What a neat play that was.
Quick Fraser, stands field, weak shot, Smith steered it away. Palinka moving in to tie up the puck on the boards as the play stops. The Pacific Coliseum, 16,413 plus, and 3 rows of them are unraveling what they're saying is the world's longest towel. Almost a mile long. The Islander power play had 3 shots on goal. Brodeur stopped them all. Trottier, and you'll see a lot of him. He plays so much every night. The Islanders offside at the Vancouver line.
Well, to date, I think the Vancouver Canucks are playing out of context, but just look at the towel.
Almost a mile long. 3 layers of it all around the Coliseum. There it is.
You know, Potvin does so many things to help a hockey club. Here he fits Trottier going down the wing, but what impressed me was Brodeur gave him that long side and then just put the glove out and took it away.
I'm surprised that Roger Nielsen has released his defensemen, Hallward, Campbell, and Lindgren, to go to the attack. All year long, they were just stopped from going to the attack. So far tonight, I guess they realize the importance of that first goal, and they're sending them out.
Neil Bellin to Harold Smith. Fraser, checked by Ken Morrow. Sutter lost the puck to Halinka. Ivan Halinka. Getting it to Fraser. Sutter, stands field, just missed it in front. Here comes a New York penalty, and the Canucks will go on their first power play. Mark Gillies, a minor for hooking at 5:53 of this opening period. Vancouver's power play gets a chance to go to work. It's 4 for 16 in the final. And all year long, it's been a problem for the Vancouver team. And here's Butch Goring in the clear. Butch Goring lost control of the puck. And he was onside, and the Islanders always a threat to score while shorthanded. Ivan Bolderev with the puck. To Darcy Rota. Smith kicked it out. And a good clearance by Goring getting the puck out.
Smith has just been as sharp as attack every shot, but that last one, he cleared the rebound in the corner. But oh, what a save he made.
Moline dumping it in. Verdine goes to the puck. Centering it, no one there. Swept away by Carroll. The Islanders have 4 shorthanded goals in the playoffs. They had 16 during the regular season. Belland stick handling out. 3-on-2 for Vancouver. Belland with Rota going for the net. Darcy Rota. Checked by Langevin. Bob Bourne after the puck. Bumped by Darcy Rota. Verdine tried to dig out the puck. Bourne's covering it up.
When there's corner work to be done, it's important for the Canucks that they outnumber the Islanders. Since they enjoy that man advantage, the Islanders have 2 men in the corner, Canucks have 3, but they have to come up with that puck. And again, Howie, as you had mentioned, which I think is so very important, get that first goal.
Well, here's the great save by Billy Smith we were just talking about a moment ago. It's a pretty good angle. There's lots of room on the far side, and look at that left leg come out, stayed on his feet. Here's the breakaway. Lost possession of the puck. Goring did as he went from his forehand to his backhand. I'll bet he'll be talking to himself. There was a chance for the Islanders to get that first goal. That's the second time they've almost been totally home free.
The crowd here is reacting because they've completed the big towel all around the Pacific Coliseum, signed by thousands of British Columbia hockey fans. Canucks on a power play. Tiger Williams from the corner to Ivan Halinka. To the point. Garth Butcher in his first Stanley Cup playoff game. And he's out on the point of the power play. Spiel getting control of the puck. Stan Spiel shoots. Smith is there again. Kicking it over the glass.
I kind of got a feeling that we're just in for another great goaltending performance tonight by Richard Brodeur and Mr. Smith. Boy, he has just been super by staying on his feet. Oh.
You saw Gradine just to the side of the net trying for the deflection, but I still think you have to get in front of Smith. You know, any goaltender, if he can see the puck coming, 9 times out of 10, he's going to steer it in the corner and make that save, but get in front of him.
Well, certainly any shot from that distance he should get.
Stan Spiel, wearing the C as the Vancouver team captain since the injury to Captain Kevin McCarthy just before the playoff. There's Garth Butcher, 19 years of age, from Regina. Just completed an outstanding junior year there. First-round draft choice of the Canucks last spring. Has not played a Stanley Cup playoff game before, and he's in this big one tonight. Doug Howard with the puck. Billy Carroll moves into check. 23 seconds left in the Vancouver power play. Trying to get it started. Butcher to Smeal to Halinka. On the left wing for Kurt Fraser. Tied up by Billy Carroll. Puck is kicked loose. Langevin drives it on the boards. Butcher can't keep it onside. You think he's nervous? Just a little bit?
I think he's shaking in his boots right now. That is such an uncomfortable feeling to be put out there. And it seems that when you're out there for your first shift, the puck comes to you every single second.
That's right. He had the puck in the corner, deep in his own zone, and just threw it out along the blue line, expecting Stan Spiel to be there, and Stan wasn't. The youngster will soon learn to take a look before he makes the pass.
It's just like a hot potato. I've gone through it. We've all gone through it, and be rest assured, his next shift out there, play with a lot more confidence and feel a lot better about the whole situation.
He played 5 NHL games with Vancouver during the regular season, but it would be nothing like playing in this one tonight. That's Thomas Verdine. Gord Lane moves into check. Mark Gillies goes to the puck. Moline checking him. Campbell hustles in to keep the puck onside. Trottier takes a check on the boards from Williams. Moline to Gradine. Thomas Gradine from the corner. Centering it. Mark Gillies intercept. Behind the play, we have Trottier and Williams all tangled up. Former teammates in junior hockey in Swift Current. A couple of boys from southern Saskatchewan. And they're going to get penalties out of this by the looks of it. We'll see who's getting the penalties, but it could be to both Trottier and Williams. Trottier is going to the penalty box.
Now, how often do you see Williams escape a penalty as Trottier and Williams come together? Who's holding who there?
Well, actually the penalty was holding on Trottier at 8:25. So the only penalty out of that exchange was to the Islanders' Brian Trottier. And the Canucks have the man advantage for the second time in the period. There's no score as Brodeur shovels the puck away from Billy Carroll. Carroll and Goring, excellent penalty killers. Look at Goring hustle right after Bellin, who lost his stick and cleared the puck with his leg. Bolderev with the puck. In on Morrow. Bolderev. Backhand. Blocked. Hutman took him to the ice. Puck is centered. Now clear down the ice.
You just have to admire that forechecking of Carroll and Goring.
Nill goes in after the loose puck. Nill took a hit on the inboards from Ken Morrow. Bob Bourne, great skater, moving that puck out to Anders Keller. There's going to be a penalty to Kirk Fraser. For that check on Anders Keller, hooking will be the call. And Fraser will go to the penalty box. There'll be 5 aside now.
Now Keller is out there killing a penalty, and Fraser tied him up, and he will get the hooking call. And in 54 seconds, the Islanders will enjoy that manpower advantage.
Well, all you had to do was watch on television Trottier and Williams penalty. You knew that the referee was going to give one to the Vancouver Canucks pretty easy because that was a very questionable penalty to Trottier.
And maybe the one to Fraser was a bit borderline, too.
Yes, well, it had to be.
Harold Smith with the puck. Moving in on Gordy Lane. Puck went loose. Stands field. Shoots. Blocked. Big play by Dave Langevin coming out with the puck. Langevin and Carroll, and Langevin dumps it in as he blocked the shot and then cleared the puck away, and it's kept in by Gordy Lane. Doug Howard putting it off the boards and picks it up again. Being checked and forced back. Doug Howard, former first-round draft choice to the Boston Bruins from Toronto. Down to Harold Smith. Lugging it in as he's checked by Gillies and hit by Langevin. What a hit by Langevin on Harold Smith. Lead shoots and deflects wide. Smith goes to the puck. He shoots this one in. It's hectic, but it's still scoreless. Langevin with the puck. Just had a birthday yesterday. Big Dave on the Islander defense was 28 yesterday. Campbell chasing after the puck. It goes loose. Jerry Minor picked it up. Intercepted by Trottier. Islanders on a power play. Trottier. Minor cleared the puck out. As Lindgren checked Trottier and Minor cleared the puck.
Now a little different. Again, the Canucks going right after the Islanders, not giving them the opportunity to set up.
In goes Nill, the forecheck. Denny Potvin coming out. Mike Fossey, always dangerous, moving in on Campbell. Nill breaks up the play, kicks the puck out with a good effort by Jim Nill.
I like that strategy, Howie.
Well, certainly that's what they have to do. And look at here, trouble.
Tonelli's backhander picked off by Brodeur. Tonelli bumping with Lindgren. Nill gets into it against Tonelli, who's skating away from it. And they want to stay out of that penalty box right now.
Well, especially when they have that manpower advantage. Why do I take a penalty and ruin that? There's a save by Brodeur, and again, you notice the Canucks finishing their checks, taking the man right into the boards.
You know, the Canucks' inability to finish the play, particularly on the attack, has hurt them so far this evening. They just can't make that one pass to bring a guy home free, or that one deke, or a good shift around somebody. I would think a good degree of the play has been up in front of Billy Smith, and the Canucks have had all kinds of opportunities to score goals with one more bit of finesse.
Islanders still on a power play for the next 3 seconds as Nystrom's weak shot goes wide. Vancouver's back at full strength as Fraser's back on. Potvin centering the puck for Goring. He scores! Butch Goring with a high backhander. Islanders lead 1-0.
Those giveaways in your own zone, they'll kill you. And Potvin, he had no intentions of backing out whatsoever. Stayed at that blue line. Now watch this nifty little pass. right on the stick of Goring and the backhand to the stick side, and 1-0 Islanders. That's the last thing that the Canucks wanted to see happen in this game.
Well, I got to go along with that. Just great pass by Potvin to Goring, and I kind of think Richard Brodeur wasn't challenging the way he should have been challenging. Goring's only option was take it to the backhand and let sort of a weak backhander go and just beat him to the right side high.
Butch Goring, 6th goal of the playoffs. Denny Potvin got the only assist. 11:38 was the time of the game's first goal. Islanders lead 1-0. Nystrom and Hallward after the puck as Hallward turns with it in his own zone. Nystrom goes right after him and took him out. Tonelli dumping it back in the Vancouver zone, but Nystrom is trapped offside.
That's what I was talking about just a little earlier, Gary. Vancouver Canucks have played just as much of this period up in front of Billy Smith as the Islanders have down the other end. But the Islanders, the Stanley Cup champions, have that great skill on the ice all the time, mental and physical, and when it comes time, when it counts, they'll make the plays and put the puck in the net.
They're working over Harold Snips of the Vancouver bench. Trainer Larry Ashley checking on him, probably the result of that heavy hit by Dave Langevin earlier in this period. Snips has been a very key member of the Vancouver team all through the playoffs. In goes John Tonelli. Butcher swept the puck to the boards. Wayne Merrick to Tonelli. Nystrom's waiting in the slot. The puck came back to the point to McEwen. His shot stopped by Brodeur. The rebound's in front. Brodeur covering up the puck.
Well, the puck control of the Islanders when they're on the attack is just truly amazing. There was nobody home free in front of the net, and the puck comes from the far side right across to the left point, and Langevin gets himself a pretty good shot.
Now there's that giveaway, Howie, where Potvin just stayed in the zone, and then a quick look and a quick pass to Goring on his backhand. And again, you talk to any goaltender, he'll tell you I'd rather face a forehand shot anytime, any place, but those backhands seem to give everybody problems.
Well, especially when you put them upstairs. They're pretty tough to stop up there, and I would have to agree again that the Islanders, everything they shoot at Richard Brodeur has to be high.
Being 5'7", would that have something to do with it?
Sure would.
Brodeur, 29 years of age, was drafted by the Islanders in the 7th round in 1972. Here he is facing them in a Stanley Cup final. He's played every playoff game for Vancouver, 11 wins and 5 losses. Jim Pickett hands a new stick to Clark Gillies. Not dressed for the Islanders are Hector Marini, Thomas Johnson, the 2 youngsters on their roster for the playoffs, Greg Gilbert and Gord Dineen. We'll give you the Canuck players not dressed when we get the opportunity. It's a long list of 9 players. Made 2 changes from Game 3. Offside at the Vancouver line. Live from the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver, the Stanley Cup playoffs. Ivan Boldurev and Brent Sutter on this face-off. Brent Sutter centering Clark Gillies, and Dwayne Sutter was an outstanding line for the Islanders in Game 3 here when they won 3-0. Vancouver is counting with Boldurev nil and Rhoda as Potvin controls the puck. This is Gillies with a pass. Doug Hallward chasing the puck. Icing called on the Islanders.
Well, Gary, the Vancouver Canucks are going to have to continue to take it to the Islanders. The defensemen are going to have to move in from the points into the deep slot, hoping for a shot. Pinch as well, and that's going to leave them pretty vulnerable for a long pass up through the middle.
Absolutely, Howie. You know, in the last game, in second and third period, the Canucks kept trying to carry that puck over the blue line. The wall was set up. They had no opportunity to do that. But if you have both wingers skating at top speed and fire into those corners and mix it up a little, I think the Canucks would be a lot more successful doing it that way.
Well, up until now, they've dominated the corners and every end in front of the net. Any team they've met in the playoffs here tonight and in this series, I just think it's the other way around.
Play in the Islanders zone as Billy Smith clears it to the boards for Clark Gillies. Gillies, rink wide to Gordy Lane. It's dumped in. A little bit of high sticking between Nill and Lane. Away from the play, the officials move in quickly as Jim Nill and Gordy Lane are being guided towards the penalty box. Gordy Lane from Brandon, Manitoba. And I wonder if you'd be going to the Wheat Kings reunion that's coming up. Here's a look at the penalties.
Well, both of them had their sticks up. A little bit of intimidation going on. And so Wally Harris, the referee, not taking any chances and sending them both to the box.
Stan Spiel couldn't get loose with the puck. Doug Hallward rushing in on Langevin. Hallward trying to go through the middle, couldn't get through. And Langevin, so solid on the Islander defense. Got control of that puck back to Stephen Pearson. Gradin steals it off Pearson. Gradin. Lindgren in deep gambling. Taken off the puck. Stephen Pearson takes over. Lindgren goes after him. Spiel helping out. Someone's yelling, freeze it, so freeze it they do. Spiel and Stephen Pearson. And I know that Stephen Pearson is not going to challenge Stan Spiel, but they have a little discussion about it.
Well, if he's smart, he won't get near Stan Spiel. You know what? I would think I'm tremendously impressed with the defense of the New York Islanders. Sure, we all know of Potvin's ability, both with and without the puck. Ken Morrow has come along tremendous in the last 2 years, but Langevin and Gordy Lane have just turned into excellent hockey players, both with and without the puck.
Howie, they don't do more than they're capable of doing, and that really is a secret behind your blue line. Why try to beat somebody one-on-one if you don't have to? And that's where a lot of guys get themselves into a lot of trouble.
Well, besides having tremendous skills and worked on them and improved them, they're big and strong and love to play.
Vancouver hasn't scored a goal now in 92 minutes against the Islanders since Gary Miner scored a goal early in Game 2. That is early in the third period of Game 2, which eventually wound up a 6-4 Islander victory. The Ducks haven't scored since that point. Shutout here in Game 3. In goes Gradin. Slowed up by Langevin, and there's that Langevin again on the blue line, making those big defensive plays. Having a great period. Stan Spiel hit Brian Trottier. Step to Gradin. Gradin taken out by Langevin. There he is again. The teams are 5 aside. 49 seconds left in the penalties as in goes Mike Bossy. Bossy in on goal. Gradin couldn't pick up the puck. Langevin controlling it. Islanders are leading 1-0. Gradin on the board. Stenton didn't see it. Spiel went after him. It goes to Stephen Pearson. 5:28 left in the first period. New York 1, Vancouver 0 on a goal by Butch Goring. Langevin with the puck. Big guy from St. Paul, Minnesota. To Pearson, bumped by Williams. The Snep goes to the puck. Snep back out there after being shaken up earlier in the period. Pearson with the puck. Williams moves into check. Billy Carroll. Drop pass, swung away it. Intended for McEwen, centered for Anders Keller. Carroll with the puck. Now to McEwen. Missed the far corner. The teams are back at full strength. Jim Mill with the puck. 2 Islanders back as Mill comes in. Trying to go in. Billy Smith covering up the puck. Williams arrived, working over Billy Smith a little bit.
It certainly looks like the Vancouver Canucks are trying to initiate a lot of the after the whistle and perhaps initiate a fight. The Islanders are backing away. They're just minding their own business, concentrating on hockey. We saw Williams a couple of times run after Pearson. Here's a good hit. Smeel, Trottier. Watch how fast Trottier gets off the ice.
That's all that fella does, isn't that Stan Spiel? He's just a tremendous hockey player, very, very punishing, an excellent checker, and when he learns to score some goals and head for the holes a little better, he'll be just a great all-around hockey player. He was a good skater. Look out.
Stan Spiel, the pride of St. Paul, Alberta. Mike McEwen goes to the puck. Rhoda ties him up. Boulder going in after the puck. Lars Lindgren shoots off the target as Rhoda was decked in front. Lindgren trying to keep it in. Down on the ice, can't keep the puck in. This is Mike McEwen coming out. Rhoda tying him up. In goes Butch Goring. There's a penalty coming up. It looks like a Vancouver penalty, but we'll wait to see how Wally Harris sorts it out.
The Canucks are certainly playing hard, but this time they get a little rambunctious as Darcy Rhoda heads for the penalty box in the roughing call. And again, you're taking a penalty in an area. It should never happen. No. Especially if you want to stay alive.
The Islander power play is so potent all through the playoffs. They've averaged, well, they get 21 goals rather on the playoff percentage for 29.6. Potvin to Stephen Pearson. Butch Gorey having a very strong first period. He scored the only goal of the period thus far. Hurried by Moline. A stick came up, but the puck stayed in. Lindgren intercepted the side of the goal. Got it to the line, but Stephen Pearson, with a good effort, kept it onside. Whittier swept the puck to Miner, who throws the puck down the ice.
Trying to complete the double play.
He didn't close his head on the puck.
I wonder if he plays second base in baseball. In goes Potvin. Davey Potvin centering it for Nystrom. Just failed to pick it up. Nystrom from the corner. Right in front and shot wide by Potvin. Trottier and Green after the puck. Trottier so strong in the boards, controlling the puck. Stephen Pearson to John Sinelli. A delayed penalty coming up. Whittier makes a save. There's a delayed penalty coming up to Vancouver. Now it'll be called. And Gradin is hammered by Nystrom in the corner. And Gradin gets up slowly after Nystrom's hard hit.
Nystrom will also receive that penalty on the charging call. What an opportunity for the Islanders, who would have had a two-man advantage. But Nystrom on that tremendous hit against Gradin will take care of that situation. And both teams will play a man short. Actually, on this sequence of penalties, both will receive a penalty, with the Islanders still having that manpower advantage.
Well, that was Snips elbowing Potvin, and I'm more and more impressed with the way Dennis Potvin is playing. Every time I see him on the ice, he's dominating this game just like he did a couple of years ago, both on defense and offense, and no one handles the puck, no one anticipates any better than Potvin. And to top it off, he's got a tremendous mean streak as well. He's tough and he's mean.
Well, Roger Nielsen had said, we're going to come up with our best game of this playoff series, and they are playing hard, and has to be very frustrating for the Canucks. They still find themselves one goal behind.
47 seconds left in this Islander power play. That's the time left in Rota's penalty. As you look at Jim Nill at the Vancouver bench, not dressed. We'll pass along the scratches from the Canuck lineup if we get the opportunity. There's the Vancouver bench with Ron Smith working alongside of Roger Nielsen, Bobby Nystrom from Kamloops in the penalty box for that hit on Gradin.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're going to run at anybody on that Vancouver club, it's got to be Gradin.
Potvin from the point. Tied up near the blue line, and the puck came out. Bob Bourne controlling it. Islanders are leading 1-0, 2:55 left in the first period. Trottier to Pearson. Stephen Pearson to Denny Potvin. Played it to the point. Nobody there. Bossy recovering it to Stephen Pearson. Back for Bossy. Hustling to that puck. Mike Bossy. Trying to get it to Trottier. Jerry Miner intercept. Took a bump from Potvin, who's a solid hitter. Bossy to Trottier. Bringing it in. Trottier to Potvin. The shot off the target. Trottier goes to that puck again. Gillies in the slot. Shot from the point. Blocked by Lars Moline. Vancouver's back at full strength. Rota with the puck. Darcy Rota. Potvin taking him out. Puck center. Miner taking a whack at it. Campbell trying to center it. And the Islanders defend so well around their territory. Campbell shot. Blocked. Miner backhander. Blocked. Great save. It's got on the rebound. It's 1-0.
The people have been waiting for this for a long time. The flags wave as Darcy Rota in a scramble in front, and what tremendous pressure the Canucks put on in the Islanders zone, and how we finally are rewarded.
Oh, Miner was the fellow in front right there. Stayed with the puck, got the backhand shot. It was blocked. He'll get it again, and there it goes to Smeel. Smeel has one crack. I kind of think maybe it was
Actually, it was Smeel that put it in, not Rota. Rota was standing to the side of the net. In any event, the Canucks have tied this one, and the response of the crowd is unbelievable.
And Billy Smith had made 3 saves before the puck went in, and that was a great one. I was sitting here, you don't see saves better than that, but he had the puck in his hand, dropped out of his hand between his legs, and that fellow you're looking at right there, who is the heart of this hockey club, Stan Smeal put it in the net. We have a 1-1 hockey game.
Oh, he didn't give up on it, though. That second effort to just go after that puck, try for that rebound, and Stan Smeal has tied it. Good pressure.
Forward with the puck. Miner and Campbell get assists on the goal at 18:09 of this first period. Smeal tying up Lane. The play was stopped by referee Wally Harris.
I think one thing that's very evident, if the Islanders had figured for an easy game, they can forget about that, because the Canucks have shown right from the drop of the puck that they mean business, that they're going to go down fighting if that is what will happen.
Gentlemen, I think perhaps the most influential aspect of that, maybe Roger Nielsen getting them ready for it, but this crowd at the start of the game had more towels, a longer standing ovation, made more noise than they ever had before. It's pretty hard to give up when the crowd has it.
Ryan Trottier shooting it in as Clark Gillies races after. Perdue swept it away. Butcher to Smeal. That's Fraser with him as Smeal shoots it in. Billy Smith controls it for Lane. Beating it up now for Brent Sutter. Well, that was Dwayne Sutter, I should say. Out there with Brent Sutter and Clark Gillies. This is Ivan Lincoln to Fraser. Great play by Dwayne Sutter. And then Fraser speared Billy Smith behind the play. In goes Dwayne Sutter. Lane shot. Perdue stopped it on the short side. Butcher throws a heavy hit back to the net on Dwayne Sutter. Stan Smeal rushing with the puck. Smeal bringing it in. Trying to get it to Halinka. Tipped away. Tonelli's pass goes astray. Icing waved off. 35 seconds left in this frantic first period at 1-all. Fraser failed to pick up the puck. Pearson kept it in. Perdue sweeps it aside. Tiger Williams from back in the net. To Lars Moline coming in on Langevin and Pearson. Moline centering it for Williams. Great save by Billy Smith. Robbing Tiger Williams, set up by Lars Moline. Steal by Gradine. Stephen Pearson moves to check him. 6 seconds left in the period as the clock continues to run. Goring gets the puck. Hit by Williams. The period comes to an end.
Without a doubt, the Vancouver Canucks' best period of the Stanley Cup playoffs. I mean, such enthusiasm, such a burning desire to achieve. You can't play any better than the Canucks did that period.
Well, the last 10 minutes of the period after the Islanders got that goal, they were just sensational, and had it not been for saves like that one, Billy Smith off of Williams, the Canucks could be leading this 2-1. How about that? You wouldn't believe it, would you?
The Canucks outshot the Islanders 10-9 in the first period, so the score at the end of the first period, Vancouver won, the Islanders won.
Well, again, you know, we talk about things that you can't teach players. That's enthusiasm, desire to win. Both teams have certainly shown what it takes to excel in the National Hockey League, and I can't say enough about the workload that these two teams put in that first period.
Well, we've talked about Stan Smeal at the heart of the hockey club, the fellow that sets the example, the acting captain right now, and when the statistics come up for the first period, the Canucks had 10 shots, and Stan Smeal had 5 of them, and in that 5 was the goal. He is just a very interesting person, a very dedicated, very hardworking guy.
Also, Howie, the Islanders had 9 shots. 6 of them were registered by defense. So in front of the net, in that area, Canucks are doing a good job in the Islander forwards.
Bolderev and Brent Sutter on the face-off. Butcher along the boards with Dwayne Sutter. Brent Sutter digging for the puck. Continuous battle along those boards. Bolderev trying to stay with young Brent Sutter. Clark Gillies gets the puck. Being slowed up by Lindgren. Still in the Vancouver zone. Brent Sutter shot. Perdue stopped it through a screen. Was knocked down by Dwayne Sutter in front of the net. And Darcy Rhoda comes out with the puck. That's Jim Nill with him. Darcy Rhoda in on Langevin. Rhoda centering it. Oh, Billy Smith stopped that deflection right in front. Ivan Bolderev with the puck. Boy, is Smith looking sharp. Bolderev to the point. Garth Butcher. Weak pass. Hit behind the net. Stephen Pearson tripped up Jimmy Nill. The crowd reacted. Stephen Pearson complains he's going to get a penalty.
Well, Stephen Pearson gets a 2-minute holding penalty, but just a few seconds before that, Rhoda threw one in front of the net right on Pearson's stick, and he forced Billy Smith to make an unbelievable save. Ivan Bolderev, gee whiz, great talent all year long. Didn't check us in case. A few moments you saw him do quite a job at Brent Sutter behind the Vancouver net.
Vancouver on a power play and a 1-all tie. Halinka with the puck. Shot, picked out. As Neil Bellin fired that shot, and there was Smith again. And it's Smith right now that's the hottest goaltender, getting the most work. Halinka moving in, trying to get it to Fraser. Fraser trying to put it in front. Smith put it behind the net. Morrow battling behind the goal. It came to Halinka. Bouncing in front. Fraser shot at the empty net. Went wide from the point. Moline shot. Blocked. Butch Goring plays it to Billy Carroll. Carroll and Goring at the Vancouver line. Broken up by Moline. This is Halinka coming in on Potvin. Halinka passing in front for Fraser. He just missed it. Smeal from the corner to Kurt Fraser back in the net. Checked by Potvin. Puck goes loose. Put across in front of his own goal by Goring. Cleared by Carroll. Getting it up.
Well, the Vancouver Canucks are just flying out of their own zone, not letting the Islanders get to them in the forechecking, and they're carrying the play to the Islanders.
Canucks still on a power play as Moline pays for that rush, being hit by Langevin, who's been hitting all night. Rhoda from back of the net. Tied up by Gordy Lane. And Jim Nill was tripped up by Langevin. And they all get into a little discussion.
A lot of times what the Islanders will do when you position men in front of Billy Smith, instead of trying to eliminate that man and clear the front of the net, the defenseman will move in front of that screen and block the shots. Potvin did it very effectively on a blast to the point. Just got in front of the Quebec, or what am I thinking of Quebec for? The Canuck player, and was able to make that save and direct the puck in the corner.
Well, just watch Billy Smith here. The Canucks against Calgary, Los Angeles, and Chicago had the big edge in goaltending. Brodeur gave them at least a goal-a-game edge, but here against the Islanders and Billy Smith, it's a different story.
Bourne working for that puck, crashes into the boards with Hallward. Bourne trying to get up, he tripped over Hallward. Here comes a Vancouver penalty to Darcy Rhoda for hitting Gordy Lane. Puck is in front of the Vancouver net, it bounced in. It went into the net. Is it a goal or not? It went in off a glove in front of the net. I think Wally Harrison stopped the play, but it looked like it went in off a Vancouver player's glove in behind Brodeur.
I don't think Harrison stopped the play, but he's calling it no goal, thinking it must have gone in off an Islander glove.
Well, let's have a look at it. Quite a scramble in front.
I think it went off Rhoda's glove.
Yeah, let's look in front as Rhoda comes right in front of the net and directs it behind Brodeur. It will not be a goal.
Well, I kind of think why the official blew the whistle is the change of position of the puck. Perhaps the shot at Brodeur, the original shot, Harris must have thought, well, the Canucks are in control. I'll blow the whistle and give them the penalty.
But it was just a deflection, and then I don't know if you would call that good control by gloving it into your own net. I don't think so. So the Canucks get a good break, but they still are a man short.
And Darcy Rhoda can't continue to take penalties like this, or nobody can take penalties like this against the New York Islanders. They're just too dangerous in the power play, and you have to take the man, but certainly not add your momentum when you're going into the fence. That's the second foolish penalty Rhoda's taken tonight. Sooner or later, they're going to get burned.
Rhoda for cross-checking, 3:02 into this second period. Right now, the teams are 5 aside, but in 15 seconds from now, New York will have the man advantage. It's a 1-all tie. McEwen passes to Trutke. Snep moves to Jacob. Trutke getting away from Snep. Lost control of the puck. Lindgren got it off the board. Jim Nill overskates it. And Snep swept it out to center ice. And Stephen Pearson, as you see, is back on. So the New York power play gets to go to work. And it's been outstanding all through the playoffs. Jim Nill going after the puck. There's a minute and 27 seconds left in Darcy Rhoda's penalty. The score is 1-all. Goring and Smeal scoring in the first period. Denny Potvin moving in. Bumped at the line. McEwen shot blocked by Lindgren. Jerry Minor goes to the puck and clears it up. Trottier checked by Smith. Nil gets the puck, misses Minor with a pass. Mark Gillies. Brian Trottier. Lindgren moves to check it. Brodeur stopped the puck for Smith and took a heavy hit from Big Mark Gillies. Mike Bossy. Brandon to Smith. Lindgren trying to get the puck. From the point, Denny Potvin. Shot in the crowd is blocked in front. Smith going to the puck, couldn't get it out. Mike Bossy centering it. Lindgren blocked it. Bossy from back of the net. Centering it to the point. Potvin stakes. Pass. Turson shoots. Right in front. Brodeur down and the save is made. Jerry Minor didn't get it out. McEwen shoots. It's blocked. Potvin shoots. Great save. The rebound. Loose puck. Still in play. Potvin goes to the puck. Hey, how's this for action? Smith has lost his stick. Gillies behind the net to Brian Trottier looking for someone in the slot. Potvin shot. Loose puck. They score. They had to put it in eventually, and it was Mike Bossy who put it in the net.
Well, the whole key was Bossy where he positioned himself. He saw the angle of the shooter, knew that if Brodeur made the save, if there was a rebound, look at there, it had to come out to him. He's behind everybody, nobody near him. He would be, I would think, just a pretty good guy in geometry.
Absolutely, but tremendous pressure. You could just sense that the Islanders had the score. They just good control of the puck in the corners, behind the net. Sneps was without a stick, but that's what makes Bossy so great. The ability, without the puck, to move in a position that if it does come to him, it's in the net.
Bossy's 16th goal of the playoffs. Islanders lead 2-1. Ivan Halinka, the Stan Smeel. Shot deflects wide. Kurt Fraser goes to the puck. Smeel on the boards with Nystrom. Campbell kept it onside. Blocked in front by Stephen Pearson. Here come the Islanders again. Tonelli with the puck. To Nystrom. Coming in on goal. Tied up by Campbell. Kurt Fraser to Stan Smeel, but he'll be offside. I'm Jim Robson with Gary Dornhofer, Howie Meeker, Steve Armitage, and the Hockey Night in Canada crew at Vancouver's Pacific Coliseum. The Islanders again have taken the lead for the second time in the game. It's 2-1. We're nearing the 6-minute mark of the second period. Bossy's goal was on a power play 2 seconds before Rota's penalty expired. The assist went to Potvin and Trottier at 5 minutes. Campbell goes to the puck and icing is called.
I don't think on that Bossy goal you'll ever see better puck control. You'll ever see greater pressure exerted on a penalty than the Islanders did, and I don't think you'll see better or luckier goaltending. Who shot the puck? Deep in the slot? Potvin. What a hockey player. What a hockey game he's had.
Now, Howie, time and time again, from his point position, if he sees the opening, he doesn't hesitate whatsoever. And, of course, with Trottier behind the net, he sees everything in front of him. He can size up the situation. He just makes a perfect pass.
And there's Trottier from Val Marie, Saskatchewan. And notice at the bench, Ron Watsky, the Islander trainer, checking on Mike Bossy, who has that sore knee. Good thing he wouldn't be healthy. He'd have even more than 16 goals in the playoffs. What a great goal scorer. Great player. Playing the Islanders zone. Stephen Pearson being checked by Stan Smeel. Langevin gets it around to Wayne Merritt. Smeel hit Stephen Pearson behind the play, and there's a Vancouver penalty coming up to Stan Smeel. I believe roughing on Stephen Pearson, and Smeel complains.
The takeout was good, but it happened after the takeout. I don't see how he could argue about that play. When we talk about discipline, that is certainly a form of discipline that the Canucks can ill afford. They can't take penalties like that. They suffered the last time Rota took one and cost them a power play goal, and here the Islanders are again in another situation on the power play.
You know, they might go on to be world champions again this evening, but they certainly are a class organization, the Islanders. On that gloved-in goal by Rota, Torrey or Arbor didn't complain a bit.
Potvin setting up on the New York power play. The Islanders have scored 7 power play goals in this series. McEwen to Bourne, who missed a good chance. Loose puck. Brodeur made a great save right in front on Dwayne Sutter. What a save by Richard Brodeur to keep it 2-1. Billy Smith to Mike McEwen. Born in Horn Payne, Ontario. Mike McEwen lugging the puck. The former Ranger and Rocky dumping it in. Dwayne Sutter after him. McEwen. Green blocked the pass. Lindgren battling with Brent Sutter. The battle goes on. Dwayne Sutter from back of the net. Smith cleared the puck. Didn't get it out. Potvin with a good effort to keep it in. Bob Bourne shoots off the heel of his stick. Shot just went wide. Dwayne Sutter centering it. Sliding down the ice.
You know, what's also hurting the Canucks is the giveaways. They have possession in their own zone, and they're in such a hurry to ice it, they're just coughing it up.
Well, twice on that Bossy goal, they did that very thing.
Trottier in on Smith. Bossy in the slot. Tipped it to Gillies. Shot wide. Stephen Pearson. What a power play. Bossy, Gillies, Trottier, Potvin, and Pearson controlling the puck. 38 seconds left in the penalty. Mike Bossy with the puck. Mark Gillies tipped it to Bossy. Smith checks Bossy. Williams gets the puck down the ice.
Again tonight, their passing, I would say, in the last 10 minutes, just been marvelous, hasn't it? They just fire it like bullets. Their pass receiving is excellent.
Trottier brings it in. Gillies going for the net. Mike Bossy shoots. He scores! Bossy, 3-1 Islanders.
Well, you'll never see a better play than that one. Gillies made it all possible. He headed for the net, took steps with him. Bossy dropped behind, come in late. And oh, did he put that one in the corner. Watch Gillies go for the net and create the opening. Trottier hangs onto it. Gillies now is going for the net. There you'll see him. Look at the big opening. Bossy dropped back. Oh, Bernard way out challenging. Just an excellent shot.
Was it offside at center ice when Trottier picked up the pass? That's what the Canucks are arguing on the ice.
Number 17. Does that equal the output of last year for Mike Bossy in the goal-scoring department?
Yes, it does.
Last year, Mike Bossy scored 17 goals in the playoffs.
Trottier and Pearson getting assists. Sorry, Gary.
He doesn't waste any time firing that puck just inside the right post.
8 minutes, the time of the goal. 8 seconds before the penalty expired. His other goal came 2 seconds before the penalty expired. The power play is the Islanders in front, 3-1. John Tonelli carrying the puck, dumping it in. Nystrom goes in against Campbell. Battling back of the net. Butcher puts it on the boards for Smeal. Lindgren, or rather Halinka, trying to bring it out, but the play is called offside at the Canuck blue line. 2 goals by Mike Bossy in this second period as the Islanders ahead 3-1, leading the series 3-0. John DeMico waves the centers out, so Smeal faces off against Tonelli. And they came out of the same mold. 2 hard workers on these 2 teams in the Stanley Cup final. Fraser and Nystrom bumping together. And it's Mike McEwen rattling the puck on the boards. Campbell keeping it onside. Nystrom bats it down. It's knocked off at 6. Kurt Fraser from the corner. Smeal back of the net, couldn't control it. Tonelli to Goring. Has Nystrom on his right taking the pass. Nystrom in on Campbell. Goring going for the slot. The play broken up. Back up Fraser with Halinka, Campbell, and Smeal. Halinka brings the puck in. Bump near the line. Fraser to the corner, and the goaltender, Billy Smith, yells, "Watch in front." Still yelling instructions to his mates as the puck is cleared into the Vancouver zone. Garth Butcher, the rookie from Regina, in his first playoff game in the National Hockey League. But here he ices the puck. Stephen Pearson picking it up. Icing call on Vancouver.
Well, the beauty of replays is to check for ourselves. Is it offside? There's the pass from deep inside the blue line.
Boy, is that
I
close.
need to call it.
Oh, close. Why do you get breaks like that? Just I said a few moments ago, when you have what you think is a fair goal go in the net and it's disallowed, and you do not complain. So it's tit for tat. They're a class organization with great talent.
Canucks may have argued that there was an offside pass over 2 lines as Trottier picked it up and set up the third Islander goal. We'd like to mention who's not dressed for Vancouver tonight. Injured defenseman, you look at Ivan Mulder, injured defenseman Kevin McCarthy, Rick Lance, Yuri Bubla. Also not dressed for Vancouver are Gary Lupul, Anders Elderbrink, B.J. McDonald, Ole Brasser, a lot of them sitting up behind us here, Tony Curry, and Mo LeMay. 9 players in the Vancouver roster for the playoffs, not suited up for this game tonight. The 2 changes Vancouver's made, they've inserted Garth Butcher And Mark Crawford is back in the lineup tonight. Crawford replacing Lupul, Butcher replacing Eldebrink. Darcy Rhoda with the puck, shooting it in. Billy Smith now working on a 3-1 lead after his 15th win of the playoffs, and that would be a Stanley Cup record. The crowd yelling as Bolderev fell over Stephen Pearson, and the play went on. Wayne Merrick turned around at the blue line, and the play goes offside.
Well, there's a fellow there that just improved tremendously over the years. Gosh, he can handle the puck, he can make the plays. And I said the other night, I think he on one point, Stephen Pearson and Dennis Potvin on the other are the two best point men in the league, and they're head and shoulders above anybody else when you're a man short. Witness tonight.
Stephen Pearson, a 27-year-old from Sweden, who was a 13th round draft choice. How about that for a pick? Neil Belland tied up on the boards by Wayne Merrick. As they battle for the puck, Bolderev goes in to get control. Back to the other side, Anders Keller is number 28 of the Islanders, intercepted by Bolderev. DeLorme feeds Rhoda. Rhoda coming in on Pearson. Rhoda looking in front. Pearson blocked the pass and winds up with the puck. Smith moves up to keep it in, but it's kicked out of the Islanders. Billy Carroll takes over, coming in on Neil Belland. Carroll for Merrick in front, and he tipped it just wide. Wayne Merrick just missed that chance. Smith falls, gets up to the puck. 9:27 left, second period. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Denny Potvin goes to the puck. The Islanders have outshot the Canucks 7-2 in this period. Brent Sutter took a hit from Ron DeLorme, but Brent Sutter goes right in after that puck. The 19-year-old from Viking, Alberta gets it to his brother Dwayne Sutter. Makes the move as he's hooked by Belland. Belland goes to the puck, rattles it off the boards. Gordy Lane kept it in. Berdine gets it to Ron DeLorme. DeLorme shooting it in. Billy Smith handled it easily. Leaves it for Potvin. Williams ran at Potvin. Dwayne Sutter deflecting it in. Lindgren chasing it. So Sutter. Lindgren got to the puck. Icing called on the Islanders. And there's Babe Pratt, the Hall of Famer Walter Babe Pratt, the first employee the Vancouver Canucks ever hired, and he worked on the first Hockey Night in Canada telecast here in Vancouver. Still works for the Canucks organization. What a great player he was, Howard.
Oh, could he handle a puck? I'll tell you, just something else.
Trottier coming in on Butcher. The puck is shot in, Bourne racing after it. Brodeur had to steer it to the corner. Mike Bossy from the corner to Trottier. Bourne out there with him, goes to the front of the net. Butcher having trouble with Trottier, who's so strong along those boards.
Trottier sets up the goals. Mike Bossy puts them in. And with 7 goals in the Stanley Cup Championship, he has tied a National League record that took place in 1956. And John Beliveau had 7 goals in that series.
How about that Bossy? 17 playoff goals last year, 17 this year. That's 34 goals. He has a total of 71 goals in 50 games. No, he's got 52 goals in 71 games. Unbelievable.
And 2 big ones in the second period of this game as the Islanders lead 3-1. Williams throwing a check on Bob Bourne along the boards. Williams keeps working for the puck on his knees, gets up to the puck. Berdine goes in to help out. The puck came around to Lindgren on the boards. Lars Lindgren unloads the shot. Williams tried to deflect it in front. Bourne coming out with the puck. Checked by Lars Moline, who dumped it in. Berdine goes in against Ken Morrow. Missed him. Oh, Berdine went crashing into the boards as he missed Morrow with a check. Morrow ties up Moline, and the Islanders come out with the puck. Bourne tied up by Williams. Berdine turns with the puck. Thomas Berdine to Colin Campbell. Looking for help. Shot wide of the net. Williams and Bourne along the boards, joined by McEwen and Berdine as they cover up the puck.
Well, the Vancouver Canucks certainly haven't let up. They're still carrying the play to the Islanders, and I would think making this game just tremendously interesting for everyone here, and I hope all of the fans doing it at home.
Well, when you're behind, you have to take chances, and we've noticed time and time again that the defense, when the opportunity presents itself, will pinch in, trying to intercept that pass along the boards, and on a few occasions, the Canucks have been very successful in that area. Still think, Howie, they have to get that second man going for the net. You know, sometimes the forward will have the puck, he's ready to shoot it. Nobody close to Billy Smith. Go ahead, Smith, try for that deflection.
Halinka wins the draw from Trottier. Loose puck in front. Well, how about that? Trottier lost the face-off in his own zone.
Well, he's never won one yet off Halinka and Gradine in that situation where they're going to their forehand. They're continually getting it back along the board. Gradine has done this all the time, as Halinka has it. Getting it back to their forehand along the boards. Smeel had an excellent chance to put the puck by Billy Smith, but he couldn't get it up high.
Well, let's watch it again. The same setup.
Yeah, now the Islanders have the defenseman out there to head for the point.
Again, Halinka win the draw. Smeal's shot. Billy Smith is there with a good save on Smeal's shot. Bob Nystrom in on Colin Campbell. Nystrom put it to the end boards for Goring. Goring from the corner. Hallward checking Goring. Fraser goes to the puck. Scoops it to Smeel. Coming in on Langevin. Smeel and Halinka. Halinka takes the drop pass. Took the shot. Went high. Fraser for Halinka. Stephen Pearson checking it. Fraser overstates the puck. Goring very quick to pounce on it. Around to Tonelli. Nystrom breaking out on the right wing. Waits for the pass, and there it is by Tonelli, and Nystrom dumped it in. Tonelli and Hallward after the puck. Campbell goes to it. Poked loose. Stan Smeel starting back. Lost it at his own line to Wayne Merrick. 6:15 left in the second period. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Tonelli and Nystrom and Merrick now going to the front of the net. Nystrom. Shot. They score. Bob Nystrom with a backhander right along the ice. But Wally Harris is waving it off. Harris, I think, says someone was in the crease.
Watch the great move Nystrom puts on the Vancouver checker right coming out of the corner, right here. Goes down and plays the puck, and that's a no-no.
Well, now, was that Islander player in the crease, or did Stan Smeel push him in the crease?
Well, we'd have to pick it up a little sooner to be able to answer that question.
Well, they're calling it no goal because an Islander was in the crease. I believe that was the announcement. But the question is, and Al Arbor doesn't argue, but the question, of course, always is, was he in the crease on his own, or was he placed there, or pushed there?
Well, there you have Nystrom coming in front.
If he was pushed,
Was he ever almost over top? He was standing on the top of the crease. Smeel made contact with him and just put him almost over the net.
Howie, I like the work that Tonelli made against the boards there to knock that puck loose for Bob Nystrom. You know, the guy never stops, and his enthusiasm on this Islander hockey club has certainly paid dividends.
great money player, of course, scored the overtime goal that gave the Islanders their first Stanley Cup. Wayne Merrick was the player who scored the winning goal in last year's 4-1 victory over the Minnesota North Stars in the final. Islanders won the deciding game, the final game of that series, 5-1. Neil Bellin to Ivan Bolderin. Merrick checking in. Darcy Rhoda gets the puck. Now to Bellin, the youngster from Sudbury, trying to get through the defense, couldn't get through. Denny Potvin starts back. 5.5 minutes left, second period. Potvin has to wait for Steve to get onside. Now to Carroll, who tips it in and races after it as Richard Brodeur plays it on the boards to Jim Nill. Islanders on a change as Nill gets it to Rhoda. Now to Bellin. Chipping it in, and it's cleared away. Billy Carroll hustles after the puck, and he's hooked to the ice by Neil Bellin. Bellin will go to the penalty box. The Islanders' power play goes to work again.
Billy Carroll with good acceleration, tries to get away from Neil Bellin, and down he goes, and again, it's those bad penalties, and that has really been a big difference in tonight's hockey game. The discipline that the Islanders have out in the ice compared to what the Canucks are doing.
Well, I think the value of being here before by the Islanders, the number of games each one of them has played in the National Hockey League playoffs, that's called experience, and it's telling right now.
Frustration on the Canucks' part.
And one team has a 3-0 lead in the series, and the other team is desperate, and that might enter into it too. As Vancouver desperately needs a victory here to give their Big following, something to cheer about in the Stanley Cup Finals. They've had lots to cheer about, but no victory. And the Islanders in command with a 3-1 lead of the man advantage. Belland for tripping at 14:53 is the 8th minor penalty to Vancouver. Dwayne Sutter. Clark Gillies from back of the net. Dwayne Sutter from the corner, checked by Lindgren. Minor couldn't get the puck out. Mike McEwen coming into the slot. Stephen Pearson shoots. Brodeur picked it off.
Well, the more you watch the two Sutters, Dwayne and Drake, the more you realize what super talent they have. Dwayne just took Jerry Minor off the puck, and as a result, the Islanders made 2 or 3 passes, and Brodeur had to make this pretty good save. The puck should have been down the other end, Gary.
The big tree in front of the net, Clark Gillies. Islanders do a lot of that, jam the front of the net, and it's the exceptional point man they have, the ability to control that puck, set up plays, or shoot it.
Well, the cream always comes to the top, and you're beginning to see signs, very good signs of it right now.
Stephen Pearson, watched by Jim Nill. Denny Potvin. Stetson Bourne race after the puck, and it's chipped into the seats and out of play. I'd like to pass along a special hello right now to all hospital patients and shut-ins, the fans who can't get out to hockey games. A special hello to you folks across Canada on Hockey Night in Canada, and hope you're enjoying the Stanley Cup Final. And Harold Steps from Edmonton, a 4th-round draft choice. His 8th year with the Vancouver team, and he's the only player left from when Jake Milford took over as Bourne's shot went off Richard Brodeur. Potvin checked along the boards by Williams, who wrapped him to the side of the head. Trottier to Potvin to Trottier. Couldn't keep it onside. Back at his own line is Stephen Pearson. 3:50 left in the second period. 40 seconds left in the Canuck penalty to Neil Belland. Denny Potvin playing a strong game for the Islanders again tonight. Rushing into the corner with Smith. Smith missed him with a check. Potvin controlling that puck. Now it's Mike Bossy to Potvin to Bossy, who has already scored twice in the period on power plays, but Nill intercepts. Williams going after the puck. Bossy just chipped it away from him as Williams couldn't get away from Bossy's skating. Bossy coming in on Lindgren. Mike Bossy right in. And Lindgren took him high to the end board. Trottier from the corner. 3 seconds left in the power play. Denny Potvin with the puck. Canucks back at full strength. But still, Islanders put on the pressure. Trottier shot wide. Bossy shot. Oh, Brodeur picked it off. That was Tonelli. Corrected, not Bossy that time. It was Tonelli.
Well, the Islanders have made a habit of scoring near the end of the power play. 2 seconds, 8 seconds, and almost had another opportunity as the pressure again was there. But that passing, that pinpoint passing with Tonelli from off the boards, but Brodeur with his quickness grabs that time.
Well, Brodeur stayed up this time, and I think that allowed him to get across the net and take that goal away from Tonelli.
John Tonelli, original draft by the New York Islanders, as a second-round draft choice. He's now 25 years of age. The Islanders have outshot the Canucks 10-4 in this second period, and have scored twice. Mike Bossy both times on power plays. Butch Goring, good forechecking on Campbell. Kurt Fraser with the puck. Tonelli moves to him. Stan Smeal to Thomas Gradin, as the Canucks have now reunited Gradin, Fraser, and Smeal. Gradin getting control of the puck to Doug Hallward, who's on defense with Campbell. Kurt Fraser to Thomas Gradin. Quickly into the Islander zone. Gradin in on McEwen. Centering the puck. And Gradin was taken out by McEwen. And gets up slowly. Tonelli for Nystrom. Tonelli with the puck. Nystrom in front. Tied up by Campbell. Goring goes to the puck. 2:15 left in the period. Nystrom. Tonelli's in front. Nystrom coming in on goal. Tackled by Campbell as they go to the ice. Brodeur scoops the puck to Stan Smeal. Smeal failed to get by Tonelli. Back the other way to Goring. Coming in on Colin Campbell, then just dumped the puck in. Islanders change on the fly. Coley Campbell from Tillsonburg, Ontario, to Stan Smeal. Lost it to Big Clark Gillies. Gillies in on Hallward. Brent Sutter going in for the puck. Campbell at the end of a long shift. Puck is tipped away from in front. Stan Smeal coming back to Kurt Fraser. Fraser in on Langevin, who took him to the ice. Puck is still in play. Fraser and Gillies battling for it. Fraser to DeLorme. And a good save on Ron DeLorme by Billy Smith. 1:45 left in period 2 in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Bossy with a pair, and Goring have scored for New York. Stan Spiel has scored for Vancouver. It was 1-1 after 1. Stephen Pearson clearing it ahead to Brian Trottier on the left wing, and the play is offside. We're going to see a great player profiled in the Legends in the next intermission, as there's a little mix-up here. Sean Beliveau will be talking to Bobby Orr.
What a classy individual he is. I think if you want your son to grow up like somebody, it would be a Jean Beliveau. A lot of respect for that man.
1:14 left in the second period. The two number 22s on that face-off, Bossy and Williams, as the Canucks have Boldurev, Williams, and Moline as a unit now, and Roger Nielsen's doing a lot of line juggling to try and get something going. Stephen Pearson coming in on Lars Lindgren. Pearson right in. Brodeur made a good save. The rebound is loose. For the last minute of the second period, Lars Moline in on Bossy. And Bossy broke up the play, filling for Stephen Pearson, the defenseman who had rushed. In goes Bob Bourne. In on Butcher. Bourne from behind the net. Bourne. Weak shot when checked by Butcher. Moline comes out. And Bourne back checking intercepts.
Butcher must have thought, I didn't see anybody like this in Regina.
In goes Tiger Williams. Shot drifting to the corner. 27 seconds left in the second period. Puck covered up on the boards, and Billy Smith yells for his mates to freeze it, and freeze it they do.
Well, he's trying to help his defenseman out. He has a pretty good view of what's happening in his own zone. And then Scorty Lane had a couple of Canucks coming at him. You heard him. Freeze it. Let's wait for the face-off, and out comes Trottier.
Billy Smith, 31 years of age, from Perth, Ontario. As you look at the clock in the late stages of the second period, Butch Goring at 32 is the oldest member of the Islanders.
Now, the last time we saw the face-off on the other side, and Holinka beat Trottier on 2 straight occasions. Let's see what he can do on this side of the ice.
Well, Trottier won the draw very cleanly to Gordy Lane. Butch Goring tips it out. 17 seconds left in the period. Carroll steps at his own line, tipped away by Trottier. And I'm sure a lot of the fans here are thinking about Game 3 when the Islanders took over in the second period and clamped down in the third. Canucks keep working, but they can't get anything going against this strong, disciplined Islander team as the second period comes to an end.
You cannot fault the Canucks with the work effort that they're giving. They're giving all they can out there, but it's the penalties that has really hurt them as Bossy has registered those 2 power play goals.
Well, as you watch the Islanders in that second period, they skate so well, they headman the puck so well, they're so tough in the corners, and when they do lose possession of the puck, they just fly back, and skating's the name of the game, and amongst other things, the Islanders skate better than the Canucks.
Gary Dornhofer, the Islanders aren't the kind of a team you want to try and overcome a deficit against in the third period of a game like this.
Now, we saw in the last contest here, they have a way of shutting the gate, shutting you down completely, and we'll just have to wait and see if they do the same thing. I'm sure that's what they have in mind.
Ken Morrow shot wide of Richard Brodeur. Brodeur and Smith the goaltenders, and they've been outstanding all through the playoffs. Thomas Gradine for Kurt Fraser. Fraser in on Morrow. Morrow winds up with the puck. Gradine takes it out. Gradine trying to get in front. Smeel. Bellin's shot went wide. Potvin put it to the board. Gradine to Smeel. Shot. Grabs it. And the puck went wide of Billy Smith. Mike Bossy scoops it. Smith couldn't knock it out of the air as Neil Bellin changes the puck. Brian Trottier moves in to check it. Bellin hands it to Bourne on the board. Bourne to Dwayne Sutter. Slashed by Fraser as he centered it. Trottier right into Brodeur. And the shot went wide as Brodeur was down, and Dwayne Sutter missed that good chance in the rebound. I think Wally Harris thought Brodeur was injured there, and he stopped the play.
That was another giveaway by the Vancouver Canucks, and Sutter set up Trottier right in front of the net, and Trotz was just a little bit too close to Brodeur. Really couldn't do that much with the puck.
I'm surprised the youngster didn't sort of take it to his backhand and try to put it upstairs. He had lots of time, really no pressure from anyone checking on the Vancouver Canucks. He was there all alone.
Cool Wally Harris, the referee, working with lines for John D'Amico and Jerry Gauthier. Doug Howard's pass around in the boards for Darcy Rhoda. He's hit right away by Dwayne Sutter. Howard gets the puck, and the Islanders work in that forechecking, and now Nill comes out with the puck. Jim Nill. Pass hit a skate. Rhoda couldn't get through. Dwayne Sutter fanned on the puck. Hart Gillies goes to it in the corner. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. We played a minute and 15 seconds of the third period. Campbell putting it off the board. Stephen Pearson steers it to Dwayne Sutter. Lost it to Ivan Halinka. He's one of 7 rookies in the Vancouver lineup tonight. The Islanders have 3 rookies in their lineup. Campbell with the puck. Colin Campbell. Originally a draft of the Pittsburgh Penguins out of Peterborough. Potvin steering it to Bob Nyström, coming in with Butch Goring. Goring buzzing around in that Vancouver zone like he's been doing all night. Ties up Campbell. Halinka banks it on the board for Nill. Nill starting away with Mark Crawford, but the pass didn't get through to Crawford. Nyström with Tonelli going for the net. Nyström shot. Went by Berner's pass and out the other side. Nyström almost made it 4. A delayed offside will be called unless the Canucks move the puck out. And they do, so play continues. Campbell to Bolderev, shooting it in. Potvin controlling it, gets it to John Tonelli. Took a hit from Rod Delorme as Mark Crawford dumps the puck in and goes towards the bench, but stays up there. And Bolderev, shot. Smith made the save. And the puck is held by Billy Smith. Goring and 2 by Fossey, the goal scorers for the Islanders. Stan Smeel has scored for the Canucks. Bolderev, Moline and Williams, the Vancouver forward line. Butcher and Lindgren on defense. Garth Butcher, the rookie from Regina, getting his first chance at the playoffs. And what a night to break in. Lindgren from the point. Bolderev from back of the net. Trying to get from Moline. Moline from back of the goal. Bolderev put it to the crease. Moline from the corner. Centering it for Williams, intercepted. Coolly cleared away by Mike McEwen. Butcher to Williams, scooping it in. It passes to Billy Smith, who steers it to Mike McEwen. McEwen starting a rush to Bourne, to Trottier. On the right wing is Fossey, who has already scored twice. The pass didn't get through. Dave Williams. The crowd urging him on as the Tiger moves in on Stephen Pearson. Brett Sutter goes after Williams on the end board. Smeel after the puck. In goes Smith. Bumping into Stephen Pearson, but the Islanders come out with the puck. Mark Gillies couldn't catch up with it. Neil Bellis lost it off his stick. Trying to handle big Mark Gillies, who centered it. Bernard made a great save in the game. Bernard with 2 big saves. Langevin passing it. Brent Sutter trying to center it. Puck goes to Stan Smeel. Brodeur remarkable in that flurry. Gradine coming in on Langevin. Gradine going for the net. Langevin forces into the corner. Gillies getting the puck. He's just past the 4-minute mark. Third period, Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Neil Bellis. Tonelli goes in to check him, giving him trouble back of the net. Tonelli with that puck. To Nyström. Smith trying to stay with Nyström. Smith winds up with the puck. To Smeel. To Fraser. Coming in with Halinka. Fraser. Shot. Hit Lane. That stung him a bit. Shakes it off. Stays out there. It's been a long hockey road for Gordie Lane from the International League to the Stanley Cup final over the years. In comes Jim Nill. Billy Smith stops Nill's rising shot. Lane with the puck. This is Goring with a pass. Campbell puts it off the boards and this Halinka. Lane shooting it in. Tonelli hustling after it. So is Jim Nill of the Canucks. Nill goes to the ice, knocked down along the board. Nyström and Hallward. And Tonelli goes to that puck again. Hallward keeping it moving on the end boards. Ran into Bob Nyström. Nyström and Tonelli doing some of that great forechecking on the boards that they do so well night after night. Campbell ties up Tonelli. Halinka helping out. Got the puck outside the line. Potvin with the puck. Islanders controlling a 3-1 lead as Potvin pass misses Nyström. Doug Hallward rushing with the puck. Wayne Merrick moves to check him. In goes Darcy Rhoda. Gordie Lane at the end of a long shift bumps him in the end board. Potvin digs out the puck. Puts it around on the glass. Hallward to Lindgren. Keller is there to check in. Lane can't get off the ice. He's at the far side from the bench. Merrick fell down. Lindgren lost the puck. Anders Keller played it back to Denny Potvin. Over to Lane. Mark Crawford moves to him. This is Billy Carroll. Turning with the puck, looking in front, put it in the slot, and the shot deflected off Lindgren as Anders Keller got the shot away. Mark Crawford down the left board. His pass tipped away. Check, check, check. That's the Islanders' game right now as they send two men in very deep forechecking. They lead 3-1. Crawford, bumped by Morrow. Trotti's pass intercepted by Mark Crawford. Rookie Mark Crawford. Checked by McEwen as the puck is bouncing in front. Behind the Islander goal. A backhand by Bolderev. Good save by Smith on Bolderev. Bolderev is front, missed the pass. Lindgren goes in against Keller to keep the puck in. Keller and Linden battle for it. Billy Smith is yelling freeze it as the play stops. And Mark Crawford skates into the trap, throwing a check.
Michael Bossy, head and shoulders, and I mean head and shoulders, the greatest goal scorer that ever come down the pike. He does it all. Great, great hockey player, and you get the feeling, like I do, that on occasion or most of the times there should be two pucks out there. The Islanders totally controlling the puck and totally controlling the play.
Well, that's certainly true, Howie, and it's not how well the Canucks will do this period. It's will the Islanders let them? Now, that's going to determine the outcome of this third period.
Well, against any other team in the league, they'd have the score tied by now.
Bolderev and Trotty on the face-off to Billy Smith's right. Trotty got it to Bossy. Smith intercepts, takes the shot. It's off the target. Langevin slides it to Bourne. To Trotty. He's got Bossy on his right as the puck is shot in. Richard Brodeur scooping it around to the board for Williams. Lawson, Smith goes to it. Gets it to Williams. It deflects to Bellin. To Bolderev. He's got Moline on his right. Bolderev shoots and deflects off of Stephen Pearson, tipping it up into the seats. 12:38 left in the third period.
Well, that's the first time this period that there's been a 3-on-2 on the Islander defense. Normally what they're doing is getting the puck in, sending one man in to check, and he gets control of the puck in the corner, and they give it back to the points. Certainly they're not getting caught except on that occasion, and they got caught by, I think, the best forward on the Vancouver Canucks tonight, Ivan Bolderev. Played himself a heck of a hockey game.
How about Stan Steele? Not a bad forward tonight either.
Played well, but I think Bolderev has made more things happen. Carried the puck, beat more people, created more openings.
Right now, Gradine's out there with Smeal and Fraser, and the defense for Vancouver is Campbell and Hallward. The Islanders have Potvin on defense with Lane. Put around on the boards for Clark Gillies. Picked up on the boards by Smeal. And up comes Trottier with Brent Sutter taking the pass. Back to Trottier, and they're offside. I'd like to mention an Islander. You're looking at Clark Gillies, but another bearded member of this team, Ken Morrow, went out fishing with some of the players here in British Columbia waters on Friday and caught an 18-pound salmon. And furthermore, he caught it off a boat owned by a Vancouver Canuck scout, George Wood. And, of course, Morrow and his teammates, there's Morrow, telling him about being the big fisherman.
And they were talking about the one that got away, though.
Oh, there was 3 or 4 that got away. And they were all bigger. Gradine with the puck. Fraser in on Lane. Fraser shoots. Gradine missing a good chance.
Well, that's been the difference. I mean, if there is a difference where the Islanders really excel is when the opportunity to put the puck in the net, the Islanders do it. The Canucks, they have problems when that chance is there. And Gradine, not very often that he misses, but just in the wrong position, skated by the puck. And there goes another scoring chance down the drain.
Watch Potvin go the wrong way here. He didn't pick up Gradine, and I'm quite surprised Gradine didn't slow down. He's pretty good in front of the net. Had he slowed down, been looking for the rebound, by a good chance he might have put it in, and we'd have a 3-2 hockey game. But listen to this crowd. Halfway through the third period, and they're still thoroughly backing the Vancouver Canucks and having themselves the ball. Great, great hockey fans.
12 minutes, 4 seconds left on the clock. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Brent Sutter. To Brian Trottier to Clark Gillies. Gillies shoots. Brodeur kicked it away. Garth Butcher with the puck. To Darcy Rota. From Prince George, British Columbia. Darcy Rota. Formerly with the Hawks and the Flames. Couldn't get through that Islander defense. Butcher with the puck. Flips it in. Ken Morrow chasing it. Took a hit from Darcy Rota on the inboard. What a check by Rota as the puck is covered up.
Now the Canucks have thrown everything at the Islanders except the kitchen sink, but the Islanders don't lose their cool. They don't get frustrated. They don't panic.
Well, that was the key there. Rota gave Ken Morrow a pretty good shot against the boards, and Morrow didn't lose his cool, held his poise, and said, hey, that's part of the game. I'm not going to take a penalty and put the team in trouble.
Stephen Pearson's pass tipped away. Rota coming in with the puck. His pass blocked by Pearson, who stayed right with him. Butcher on the boards to Nil. Coming in with Halinka. Nil into the slot. Couldn't get the shot. Lindgren shoots. It hit Billy Smith through the traffic. And Billy Smith, I don't think saw that one, but he's stopping the ball.
You're totally right there. It hit him through the traffic. He knew the shot was down low, and he went down on his knees, or the butterfly spread, and the puck did hit him.
Now, Howie, sometimes you have to be lucky. This is one of those occasions. The deflection. Pearson in front of the net and hit Smith and into the corner. Short shift. That's what the Canucks are doing right now. Throwing everything at New York. They've carried the play for the last 3 or 4 minutes, but just can't put one in the net.
Well, I just don't think it's possible for those fellas to give up or to quit. And this crowd is just waving the towels down with as much or more enthusiasm as they did at the opening game. Great to see it. Great to be part of it.
Williams and Trottier on the faceoff. Lane with the puck. 10:56 left on the clock. Neil Belland with the puck. Now to Snap. Nice moves to him. Crawford plays it back to Belland. 2 rookies in the Vancouver lineup. Williams with the puck. In on Potvin. The shot. Smith took it in the chest. And Potvin really decked Tiger Williams. Halfway put the shot.
I'll tell you, when you go in on that Potvin one-on-one and you shoot the puck, you just don't want to watch the goalie make the save, because if you do, you pay the price.
Howie, I like the guys that make that pretty pass and then look back to admire it. Then you find yourself up in row 7. That Potvin always finishes his checks. It really didn't look like a difficult shot. Smith perhaps made it look a little more difficult than it was. And you saw Crawford knock Lane into the net.
You know, I was talking with some NHL authorities the other night, hockey authorities, and they said, hey, that Tiger Williams, how can he play in the National Hockey League? Well, you know, in this series, he's +3. He's got the best of the Canucks at +9 in the playoffs. How about that?
Bolderev couldn't get that puck in front. Harold Smith shoots at the flick high. Up into the seats and out of play. 10:48 left on the clock. 3-1 Islanders.
Well, back to the Tiger, you know, your eyes tell you that he's a poor skater, that he's a very, very poor puck handler. He hasn't got much of a shot. One-on-one, he couldn't beat your grandmother, but when the series is all over, they're going to say, who had the best record, goals for, goals against, and it's the Tiger.
I love this crowd. All right. This is what it's all about.
They know they're beaten. They know they're outclassed, but they know they're on their way to the Stanley Cup again. Someday in this club.
Harold Smith shot the flick fly. Trusty and Williams in the corner. Bolderev taking a swipe at the puck. Mike Fossey goes to it. Scoops it. Smith knocks it down. Bolderev shot blocked. Moline couldn't get through. Billy Smith steers the puck away. Mike Fossey slides it out. Vancouver's best pressure perhaps in the entire game right now. They're down 3-1, but they keep working to try and get back in it. This might be icing. Bolderev asked if the puck gets to it, so it's called an offside pass.
Well, you remember making that comment about having 2 pucks out there. Ever since you've said that, the Canucks have controlled it. They must have a direct line right to the bench.
Well, I wish they'd have one to the net.
Clark Gillies along the boards against Smeal. Smeal gets the puck to Fraser. For Campbell, it's tipped away. Brent Sutter checks it loose. Hallward puts it on the boards. Dwayne Sutter to Gillies, coming in with Brent Sutter. Brent Sutter in the slot. Bump A shot by Greensutter went high, and it went into the crowd.
I'll tell you, the Vancouver Canucks do not deserve to be 3-2 or within one goal of New York, but I'd like to see them get a goal to make it 3-2. The last 4 or 5 minutes have been tremendously entertaining. Who knows? You might even go in overtime then.
Williams, still an agitator at every opportunity, still making Bossy pay. But I don't think Bossy minds. He's already got 2 goals in tonight's game.
Thomas Gradine into the Islanders' zone. Stephen Pearson took him off the puck. This is Clark Gillies. Shot hit Doug Howard. Loose puck in front. It's loose. Brodeur down, covering it up. And Howard fixes it up in front of the net. With young Brent Sutter, and they all get into it now. But there has not been a major penalty in this game yet.
There's going to be a losing team in this year's playoffs. That has happened through the history of the National Hockey League. But it looks like it may be the Canucks. But I think what's very important for the Canucks is that they have pride in what they do. And even if they lose, they can walk out of this building with their heads high, Howie. And we haven't seen them let up for 1 second.
Here's a youngster that Brent Sutter. I'm just amazed at his tenacity, at his strength and his determination. He is a great puck hound. Onto that puck all the time. Very, very good in the corners. Got a pretty good touch around the net. And I would have to agree with you, Gary. The Vancouver Canucks might lose 4 straight, but they've been the biggest winners in hockey today. I would say that they've all gained respect. They've got, I would think, respect for management. They've put a group of fellows together that average skills, but they got big hearts. They're all playing a system, and they all want to win.
A little repair job in the net behind Richard Brodeur. Hockey Night in Canada will continue in a moment.
Jim, what establishes a dynasty? How many Stanley Cups in a row?
The Islanders would be a dynasty if they wrap up the 3rd straight, I would say. But that's always a matter of debate. In goes Stanley to check Garth Butcher, a 19-year-old in the Vancouver defense. Kirk Fraser, deflected away by Stephen Pearson. 8:52 left on the clock. Fraser to Smeal, who's been working so hard all night, is taken to the ice and gets up slowly. Butcher trying to keep it in, puts it into the slot. Out comes Stephen Pearson with Stanley and Goring. Pearson controlling the puck, trying to get it to Goring, and Lindgren winds up in possession. To Gradine, coming in with Fraser and Smeal. Fraser in the slot, trying to get it over to Smeal, but it went off the skate. Stanley dumps it in as they change on the fly with 8:17 left on the clock. Harold Smith from back of the net. Wayne Merrick checking him, and out comes Halinka. Halinka in on Lane and Potvin. Halinka couldn't get through, still controlling the puck. Doug Howard turning from the corner. Howard centering it. Potvin is there to block it. Howard again. Smith goes to the puck. Crawford back of the net, missed it. Potvin winds up with the puck. Howard can't keep it onside. Merrick and Smith racing to the puck. Wayne Merrick centering it. Intercepted in front by Doug Howard, getting back to defend, and the puck goes out of play.
You know, the Islanders remind me of the old Montreal Canadiens when they were knocking off 3, 4, 5 in a row. You could play them for 18 minutes in their own end, and the puck was around the outside, behind the net, around the outside. When it was all over, you look back and say, hey, Dernan didn't really make too many saves, or Pond really didn't make too many saves. They're just amazing how able they are to keep the puck around the outside and then always have someone in a position to take advantage of a mistake that the Canucks or the opposition makes.
And also adjust to whatever style the opposition throws at them, whether it's a skating game or a hitting game. They can play in any type of style that is presented to them.
7:36 left on the clock. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Ivan Bolderin to Lars Lindgren to Garth Butcher. Getting a lot of ice time. He loses the puck to Bourne. Crutchy. There's Bossy in the slot. Bossy. And Brodeur made the save as Bossy was going for the hat trick. Williams loses it to Bourne. Bossy's in the slot again. and he just failed to get the shot. Lindgren couldn't get it out. Ryan Crutchey's weak shot knocked down Bossy while being checked shot wide. Bourne to Trottier, looking for Bossy in the slot again. How many chances can you have on a shift? Boldrev to Williams. Couldn't get it out. Trottier moving in on Butcher. Bourne waiting in front. Bernier covers up the puck.
Well, gentlemen, that Bossy is just something else. Jim has said many a time, Bolderev was all over him. He had 2 shots. Lindgren was laying all over him. He had 2 shots. And still he shakes guys free and gets to the hole.
Steps from back of the net. As the Vancouver team continues to try. They're showing an awful lot of that. But they're still down 3-1 as in comes Halinka, went off his leg. So the play's offside. 6:32 left, and there's big Ivan Halinka. Quite an adjustment for him from Czechoslovakia to Canada this year.
He's played extremely well tonight, Ivan Halinka. I'm not his greatest fan, but he's played well tonight. There's Bossy cutting in for the net, and it's not too often the puck's right on his stick or back at his feet that he doesn't control it and get a pretty good shot at the net.
Bossy has scored twice, both second-period power play goals. Butch Goring had opened the scoring for the Islanders. Stansfield tied it for Vancouver late in the first period. The first game of the series, 6-5 in overtime. A long overtime game won by the Islanders, then 6-4. As in comes Dwayne Sutter. Harold Smith checked the puck away. Then, of course, it was 3-0 here in Game 3. 6:10 left in this one, and it's 3-1 Islanders. And the Canucks keep coming on, trying to get something going. But Brent Sutter gets the puck. Brent Sutter moving in. Halinka slowing him up along the board. Staying with him. Took him out. Dwayne Sutter and they're battling for the puck. Hallward slides it out. Langevin to Pearson who shoots it in. Richard Bernier stops it back of the net. Step to Rhoda. To Smeal. Too far ahead. Potvin steers it away. In goes Butch Goring. Puck got away from him. Lars Lindgren scoops it up for Stan Field. Checked off the puck by Tonelli. Potvin to Goring, who's out there with Tonelli and Nystrom. All excellent checks. Neil Bellis trying a rush. Taken to the ice by Potvin. Stan could have been a penalty on Potvin, but the play continues. Goring hustling after the puck. Lindgren beats him to it. The big Swedish defenseman to Stansfield, checked right away by Tonelli, forced to dump the puck out. 5 minutes. 5 minutes left on the clock. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Went off Smeal's skate, in comes Tonelli. Moving in on Belland, who goes after him. Hauls him down. Young Belland stays with Tonelli. Still with him along the board. Nystrom digging out the puck. To the point, to Morrow. To the opposite corner. What an effort. A lot of effort by these two clubs right now. Look at them hammer away, work hard, and Tonelli got it to Goring. Belland stayed with him. Belland and Lindgren tying up Tonelli and Nystrom. They're weary as they stop the play. There's the time left in Game 4 of the 1982 Stanley Cup Finals. Trottier and Boulder have face off. McEwen goes to the puck. He's on defense with Morrow. Trottier, Bourne, and Bossy up front for New York. The Canuck defense, Harold Steps and Doug Hallward. Steps checked by Trottier. The puck goes loose. Now Moline takes possession. Bolderev, Williams, and Moline, the Canuck forward line. Williams checked by Bossy, who keeps after the puck. Bourne dumps it in. Steps goes to the puck. In goes Trottier to check. Trottier falls, checking Steps. But in goes Bourne to tie up Steps. Trottier's also there, and they have to cover up the puck.
You know, what's really interesting, the Canucks have extended the Islanders to the limit, and have they ever responded here in Vancouver? I mean, what a great road team there.
Yep, I have to totally agree with you, and it seems that I've been doing that quite a bit, Gary, but the Vancouver Canucks, look at the crowd, have just provided great entertainment since the middle of March. They've had a winning attitude. They've worked extremely hard, and they've beaten a lot of hockey clubs that really a lot of people didn't think that they could beat. They've really put hockey back on the map here in Vancouver.
Langevin shooting it on the end boards for Brent Sutter, coming in front. He backhands it to the crease. Gillies fell going after the puck. Bolderev The veteran from Sault Ste. Marie, the oldest Vancouver Canuck at 32 years of age, to Tiger Williams. Checked by Hercules, who takes it to the boards. Stephen Pearson with the puck with 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Islanders 3, Canucks 1. Moline winds up with the puck now to Lindgren. For Boulder, it went off his skate. Gillies starts back for New York. Jumping it in as the Islanders go into forecheck. The Sutter boys move into check, and the puck comes to Williams. To Moline. To Boulder. In on Langevin. Boulder. Put it in front. Wide of the net. Williams after it on the board. Bumped off the puck. Brent Sutter tripped by Williams, and the play goes on. And both clubs showing signs of fatigue now. When those players go to the ice, they're a little slower getting up. 2:52 left on the clock. Nils couldn't pick it up. Mark Crawford backhands it. Billy Smith kicks it away. Dwayne Sutter slides it out. It'll be icing as Neil Bellin goes after the puck. And the youngster from Sudbury gets to the puck as icing is called on New York. Howie, 2:35 left. And there's the Islander bench. This is young Mark Crawford coming in here.
He takes it to his backhand and just lets a weak backhander go. Billy Smith had no trouble with it at all. And I think really the big difference outside of Islanders having considerable more talent has been the goaltending of Billy Smith early in the hockey game and late in the hockey game. In particular, he's made 6 or 7 stops that might have beaten him, and we could have had a 3-2 hockey game. He has stayed at his feet. Nothing has beat him on the short side. Nothing has got between his legs, and nothing has got over his shoulder. Tremendous exhibition by both goaltenders of how to play goal.
Vancouver, here's Linka putting it in front, and Smith steered it away. Crawford from the corner. Nil from back of the net. Checked by Goring. Potvin and Nil battling near the corner. Linka can't reach the puck. And it's chipped off the boards to center ice. 2:20 left as you see the time running down. Maybe it's the end of the 1982 season. Vancouver needs 2 goals to come back and tie this one. Keep working for it. Halinka shot. There was Smith again to kick it away. Nice with Lane. And the puck is flipped in the Vancouver zone. Bellin backboard. Well, these fans haven't given up. Trying to rally the Canucks in the late stages. Big Ivan Halinka chased by Butch Goring. Halinka turning with the puck. To Crawford. To Hallward. Went off his skate over the net. Hallward centering it. Vancouver player Stan Smeel, clipped by a stick, is down on the ice. Smeel injured, and has he ever given it his all in his years with the Canucks, his 4 seasons? Now he's looking around to see who did it. The finger is pointing at Billy Smith, the goaltender, for clipping Stan Smeel. And Smith has really been avoiding this kind of thing in the last few games. We'll see what happens. Smeel in front.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Huh. You know, absolutely no need for it at all to come up like that. That's the way that Smith plays the game of goal. You get in too close and you're going to get the stick up in the face.
He got him right in the mouth. And Stan Smeel is really living as the goal stick of Billy Smith caught him in the mouth. And you see the blood in Smeel's face. He's calling for a penalty, but Wally Harris I don't think is going to give one. We'll another look at it here. Smeel's cutting in front. He's not in the crease. Look at that. There's the stick.
Well, leading 3-1 with 1 minute 37 seconds to go, there's absolutely no need for it at all. I wouldn't condemn him too much for making that play the first or second game of the series. It's a little bit of a warning, and actually he did play that type of hockey the first or second game in the series, but since coming to Vancouver has done nothing but play excellent goal. He's very docile.
Roger Nielsen and Ron Smith at the Vancouver bench, and the Islanders giving a little support to their goaltender, Billy Smith. Stan Smeel talking to Tiger Williams at the Vancouver bench. He was arguing for a penalty of some kind, hoping to get a late power play here with 1 minute 37 seconds left. But Wally Harris did not call a penalty, and there's the steamer. kid with a lot of character.
Jim, I've got to go back again and say Ivan Halinka, the centerman for the Vancouver Canucks, has just played an extremely consistent game tonight. He's skating like we all thought he could skate. He's a Czechoslovakian, has been a star in European hockey, and he's just been come see, come saw all winter long here at Vancouver. At times showed traces of his great skills, but very, very inconsistent. He skated not good, not bad, but tonight, every shift on the ice, he's made something happen. He has great skills and could be a great asset to the Canucks and to hockey in North America if he had more consistency.
A delay while they clean up some of the debris, including some of those white towels. 1:37 left on the clock. Mike Bossy has scored twice. It was 1-1 after one period. Bossy scored 2 power play goals in the second period. The Islanders have had 2 goals disallowed in this game, but it's still 3-1, and there's the time remaining.
Jim, I said earlier about Mike Bossy. He has 34 goals in the last 2 years in the playoffs, 81 and 82, and in 70 games. This is his 70th playoff hockey game. He has scored 52 goals, and he has 45 assists. That's almost a point and a half a game. As I've said not once, but a dozen times, I think he's the greatest goal scorer that ever played the game. And I know the old Rocket Richard and Gordie Howe fans are going to say, hey, you're off your rocker, but I've seen him do so many things, score so many different ways, and great reaction from skates to stick to quick release and in the net.
And he has a new honor. Mike Bossy has been named the winner of the Smythe Trophy as the most valuable player in the playoffs. I wonder what they'll say if this game is not over yet, that Vancouver comes back and scores a couple of goals. But we've been passed along that information as Williams put Bossy in on the board. And the crowd respond to that. Well, they make that announcement, but this game and this series is really not over. But there's a minute and 22 seconds left, and the Islanders have a 3-1 lead in the game and a 3-0 lead in the series. And there's a look at Bossy. So I would imagine they put an asterisk beside, and there's a look at the Smythe Trophy. What scoring won it last year?
You know, I thought that if you really paid Mike Bossy some attention, you made it rough for him, and you constantly finished the check, you might be able to reduce his efficiency. But I'll tell you, let some check rub them over the back of the head, and that's goodbye, Mike, from Tiger Williams. We'll see you next October.
A high stick by Williams that caught Bossy on the forehead. Williams has been staying out of the penalty box a lot in the series. There's the Stanley Cup as they're shining it up. I don't know what the Vancouver people feel when they see that, because they still have a little hope left in this building with a minute and 22 seconds left and a 3-1 Islander lead. And the Canucks keep trying and trying, but aren't getting too many good scoring chances. They've been outshot 28-24 in the game. Have really been in every game in the series. In goes Bob Bourne. Now it's Trottier to Bourne. Couldn't control the pass. 1:12 left. The first game, a long overtime game. The second game was 4-all with 12 minutes to go. The third game was 2-0 till late in the game. Well, this game has been 3-1 Islanders since midway through the second period. We're in the last minute of regulation time. Miles Moline. Vancouver's goal is empty now. The Canucks using 6 attackers, desperately trying to get some late goals. They need 2. The puck is cleared into the seats. 40 seconds left in regulation time.
But you know, it's been just a great hockey game, tremendously interesting. I would think the fans here are very happy with everything except the final outcome. But if you were to sit down and really examine the referee's performance, I would think you could question a lot of his judgment. You can't question the judgment really, because it has been an excellent hockey game, and they make the hockey game as much or more than the hockey players.
Stan Smeel is back out of the ice after that slip from Billy Smith's stick. And Potvin and Smeel and the officials are having a conference here. Wally Harris wants to keep a lid on things. Well, the Vancouver Canucks are down and their net is empty. But, you know, they're going to scrap and battle and fight right down to that last second.
Oh, they certainly are, and the fans are staying right with them. Jim, you and I have sat here many a game this year 3-1 down, or even a tie hockey game with 5 minutes to go, and the place would start to empty. Every seat is still occupied. The fans here are still waving the white towels. They're still hollering.
Vancouver has called a timeout. Well, Gary Dornhofer and David Hodge are in position if there is a presentation of the Stanley Cup, and there's every indication, even to this huge crowd, that there will be. You'll hear interviews after the game as Vancouver talking over at the bench. Well, the Canucks really caught fire late in the season as you look at Doug Howard. They knocked off Calgary 3 straight. Los Angeles shocked the whole league by beating Edmonton. And the Canucks knocked off Los Angeles in 5. Then Chicago surprised by winning the North Division. And Vancouver beat Chicago in 5 with great goaltending from Richard Bernard. But running into the great Islanders, and Billy Smith appears to have brought the Cinderella story to a finish.
Well, I said earlier, Richard Bernard gave the Canucks a 1-goal advantage at the start of every game. That's how well he was playing. And certainly here in the Islander series, it's been equal. Smith has just played extremely well every game in the fourth.
6 attackers for Vancouver. Bolderev and Trottier facing off. From the point, Howard shoots. Kicked up wide, close call. Jam on back of the net. Sam Smeal from the corner. Bolderev after the puck. Trottier gets control. Trottier some scoring. He has an empty net to shoot at. He shoots. It's blocked by Moline. 22 seconds left. You can see the time running out. Tiger Williams taken to the ice by Trottier. The two friends battling along the board. Friends off the ice, competitors on it. The Islanders are 6 seconds away from their 3rd consecutive Stanley Cup. No American-based team has ever done it. The New York Islanders are the 1982 Stanley Cup champions. The 7th time he'll have sipped champagne from the Stanley Cup. Billy Smith, not popular here, but they love him in Long Island, and why not? His 15th win in the playoffs. The Canucks around Richard Bernard.
Jim, I think you'd have to agree that Big Blue Machine from Long Island, New York, has tremendous talent. They're going to be very, very hard taking the Stanley Cup away from.
There's a good shot of Richard Bernard and Mike Bossy. 2 stories in the Stanley Cup final and the series. And I know they know Richard Bernard personally. He was an Islander before.
A tremendous hockey club, the New York Islanders, and Clark, is it as exciting as the first one?
Oh yeah, I think this was even. Well, it can't be better, but it sure is exciting because you know it's 3. It's the first time anybody in the United States has ever done that. We're all Canadians, most of us, but it's just a great feeling. We're so happy right now.
Clark, you must look back to the Pittsburgh series when you were so close to being eliminated, and I don't know, did that wake you guys up after that?
Well, that was the biggest scare we've had in, I would say, the last 5 years, almost my whole career, because we never expected Pittsburgh to be as tough, but they gave us a hell of a battle. And to come back and win it the way we did was just the greatest thrill, and it really religious, got us going.
Why is it you guys, I mean, you played so well on the road, you just shut down the Canucks completely in these 2 games?
We go out and we work hard, we go home and I think maybe we try and play a little too fancy at home. We get on the road, we play a basic defensive game, and we work for breaks in the other team's end. And when we get our opportunities, we usually make the best of them, and that's basically how we win on the road.
Congratulations on a fine series.
Thanks, Ernie.
Well, the crowd
John,
here.
congratulations, and I guess you're the guy, as we look back, the Pittsburgh series, the winning goal in sudden death overtime, you must shake your head and wonder, boy, oh boy, if we would have lost that, we certainly wouldn't be here.
Well, it's what a teammates for, eh? I think that's the secret to our team. Anybody on our team go up there and make a key play out there.
Well, the effort that you guys play, it doesn't matter who Coach Al Arbor sets out there. You're always working for one another in the corner work. You and Bob Nystrom on that line, Goring. It doesn't stop.
Oh, thanks, Gary. We got a bunch of cornermen on this team, just like you. And we look forward to winning this cup, and by God, we did it, and we thank God for it.
Well, what's in store for you now? Little holiday?
That's for sure. I can relax and enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir.
Let's go back upstairs now.
Okay, Gary, there's what it's all about. And a lot of the Vancouver fans are standing and applauding. They stayed here in the building. They gave the Canucks a tremendous ovation when they left the ice. And now they're applauding. And there's the guy holding it up, who was the sniper, the second and third goals again tonight. Mike Bossy, winner of the Smythe Trophy.
What came from out behind the net, and I don't even know what happened.
Well, the guy we never had a chance to look at with that face mask of his on, but we see him now. Billy Smith, a fine series and a great job of net mining along with Richard Brodeur.
Oh, yeah, it was a great series. Richard played well, and I had to do the same in order to win.
Well, it seems that the Vancouver Canucks, they threw everything possible at you, but when they needed a goal, they just couldn't get it by you.
Well, you know, like that's my job. My team plays pretty well in front of me. And it's the old saying, you got to come up with the big save at the right time, and I feel that's what I did.
Billy, a fine effort and congratulations. Enjoy the cup. Let's go back upstairs again.
Okay, Gary, Denny Potvin with the Stanley Cup. 3 straight times. He'll have his name on it. The Islanders in the playoffs for the 8th consecutive year. Howie, who's ever going to beat this team? They're pretty young yet.